Hi everybody, this is Patrick from the 8-Track Tape Store, and what we're going to work on now is opening these so-called Automate cartridges. These are Automate 8 cartridges manufactured by the Electronics Incorporated in Toledo, Ohio, a good old American company that was making 8-track tape carts back in the day. They'll say either on the back label here, Auto Mate 8, or this variety just says Auto 8 without the mate. I'm going to set this one aside. This guy opens the same way as this one, so let's put that away. These two open differently. So, first look at the back. They look the same, but they're not. You can see this has two openings here. This has one in the middle, and it's just organized a little bit differently. This cart here has obvious tabs. There's one there and one there. You can see them very easily. They look like the tabs on 5-tab cartridges. This cartridge here, there's no tabs. There's openings, but there's no tabs. There's actually 2 screws in this variety of Automate cartridge, and those screws are accessible through the label. We're going to open both of these cartridges on tape on the video today. It's actually easy to open either of them, but let's do it. So with the cartridge with the 2 tabs, what we're going to do, I start with the outer edge. I find that a little easier. We're just going to put an appropriately sized screwdriver in there underneath the tab, push up that way and inward, and at the same time put some outside pressure here. So I usually do that with my needle nose pliers. You can try to use your fingers as well. So we can get that in place, and then just try to pop this open like that. And you can see that one opened. Now I move to the center little tab there, and we do the same thing. That one's going to be a little harder. So I'm going to put this between my knees, use my knees as a brace. And can we see that on camera? Yes, we can. So applying outward pressure here and popping the pin with my screwdriver. That opened. And then we just lift the rest with our hands. And that popped off very easily. You can see that this tape spool has a hat. These can be taken off. You can see there's little tabs in here that hold it. So the way to take it off to work on the tape is just pop it like that. There's 1, 2, 3 points that sealed it. You can take it off and discard it. And work on your tape. And after you're done working on your tape, you can put the thing back. You can put these hats back. They go back the way they came. They're a little tricky to put on. We choose not to. What we do instead is when we're working on the splice, we will add one of these that seals in the top of the spool. But at any rate, whatever you choose to do, we're going to reroute it like this, and we're going to close it. And this closes a lot like the cartridge we just looked at in the last tape. There's these little kind of grabber tabs here, and there's an impression, kind of a little slot, let's call it, in the tape here. And this slot fits into these little tabs. And you're going to just close it like that. Get those tabs in, and then it just shuts like so. And then you want to make sure that this is flush back here so that you actually got it in the slots, and we did. And now it's at the point where it wants to close those 2 tabs. And you just do that like that. Okay, so that's pretty simple. I'm going to set that one aside, and we're going to show you this other Automate cartridge. This one does not have traditional tabs. It has 2 screws, and they're invisible. but they are right where these two holes are. So you can find them through the front label that way. There's one right up here at the top, and then there's one right here, and they're already making an impression. And when we get to screws in a cover label, we always try to minimize the damage by slicing it a little bit with a razor blade first. So I'm going to make a little indentation there, and this one already actually has been. This one already has a little bit of damage to the label there. I'm not sure if it's been taken apart or not, though. And then we're going to reach for our Phillips screwdriver, which at the moment is missing. So I'm going to freeze the tape and go get one. Okay, Phillips screwdriver in hand. We can now just open these the normal way, these screws that are in here. This one's a little tight, so I'm going to press downward as I'm turning. Give it a little more. That one was definitely tight. And I think it's probably out now. You see as I'm screwing it, I'm also lifting. Then this screw here, same kind of thing, and it's also equally tight. But regardless, that's pretty simple to open. Once the screws are out, you're just going to lift it the same way we lifted the other one. And just kind of back like that. Okay? And here's the hat again. You can take that off, and you can put it back after you're working on it after you've worked on it if you choose to. So to close these, this one's already has an attached label in the back, so we're just going to go straight down. Yep. Back label came off. So we're just going to lay it straight down. This does not have the same support system in the back here that the other one does. It just lays straight down. And that's flush. And then you're just going to screw your screws back in. So these go in like that. Down we go. And then there's no way I'm going to tighten this as tight as it was. This is the only cartridge I'm aware of with 2 screws. It's definitely overkill for the manufacturing of it, but it's definitely a very solid cart to work on. I hope you enjoyed this tape or this video. Thank you for watching.